am Jasmine Kernaleguen. I am a catalyst, a coach, and a disruptor of the status quo. I activate individuals, leaders, and organizations to move forward faster, with more speed and agility critical to their success. I help them break free of the gravity that's holding them back. We live in a world of rapid change. It's all around us. Just take a look at your phones. These used to be something that were used only for texting and calling. They were a little less smart than they are today. Today, they're your wallet, your home, your bank, your address book, your contacts. They're everything, and you would be totally lost without them. In order to be successful in the world we live in today, we need to become masters at adapting. We need to build speed and agility. I learned at an early age the importance of being able to adapt. In my surroundings, at school, with people, in my environment, and so on. My grade 3 teacher told me that one of my greatest qualities was perseverance. Of course, when you're that age, you have to go look it up. But for me then, that meant overcoming obstacles to achieve a goal. Today, that means to me helping many people overcome many challenges to achieve many, many goals. It's exponential. I lead agile teams where we're creating our future every single day. We are shifting thinking, behavior, structures, processes, tools, technology, all to support lasting change. I coach teams from stuck to self-organizing and ownership. And ownership is absolutely critical. What I do is a little bit different than other approaches that I've seen. What I've seen is when we try to do this, we implement processes. We implement processes and structures in order to support change. While that is absolutely critical, there is a missing component. Change does take structures and tools in order to support people through it, for them to be able to adopt it in a methodical way. However, you can't have lasting change if you don't change mindset. You need to change people's hearts and minds in order for them to actually adopt change and do something differently. They have to think differently in order for it to last. Now, how do you do this? It takes small steps, and you have to start with you. First thing to think about is culture is a reflection of leadership. I'll say that again for you. Culture is a reflection of leadership. If you're not pleased with the way your team is performing, your organization, your projects, and so on, take a good long look in the mirror because they're reflecting you. So start with you. 2 pieces here. One is leadership agility. Developing leadership agility means being able to take appropriate action in rapidly changing circumstances. The second is to mobilize people. We need to actually enable people to move faster. So we need to create the environment for people to be able to do that. That takes thinking entirely differently. One really impactful way that I've done this is to change the decision-making process. When you use a traditional decision-making process in an organization or with a team, you send decisions up the chain. So decisions go up the chain for approval. So that might be 1 step, or it might be 7, or it might be 17. It depends if you work in government. And then it comes back down, and everyone waits. Now, if you can accelerate the decision-making process by making those smaller, you actually minimize the risk because you spread it out, and teams can incrementally move forward on their own. That might sound scary at first, but it actually works. You gain momentum and speed, and maybe even more importantly, ownership, because these people actually are invested in the decision they're making and the outcome. The most critical competency of the future for leadership, for entrepreneurs, for organizations, will be agility at speed. We truly need to become masters at adapting. Speed is the new currency of business. Digital disruption is all around us, and there will be no industry, in my opinion, that will be immune from digital disruption. Take the example of Blockbuster. Everyone knows Blockbuster and its demise. What many don't realize is that Blockbuster actually had the opportunity to buy Netflix, but didn't. Fortune 500 companies used to survive in excess of 60 years. Today, they are extinct in less than 15. That is the real pace of change. Now, the world has moved, and the world has accelerated. However, our leadership and management models have not evolved at the same pace. The leadership and management practices we are using today were born largely out of the Industrial Revolution, an era where work was very predictable. It was the age of the assembly line, a world that couldn't be more different than today. The world we live in today, with knowledge workers solving ambiguous, complex problems in a very uncertain environment that's rapidly changing, could not be any more different. We have to think differently. My ambition is to change the world of work, to evolve leadership, to mobilize people and enable organizations to develop speed and agility critical to their success. When people are activated and engaged, the results will indeed show. It takes strong leaders to think differently, to mobilize people, to engage, to give ownership, to coach, to actually coach as a leader. We don't need any more heroes or experts. We need coaches to move people forward faster. I have one ask. It takes small steps every single day to move this, and every one of us can do it. My ask is this. Think about something that you do today that you could lead, and something you lead that you could coach. And try and move across that spectrum, from doer to leader to coach. When you're doing that, that's when you are effectively developing people, enabling them and engaging them in their work, truly mobilizing them, and moving the world of work forward. Thank you.